Hi, I'm Sean, the creator and site director of ViolinStringReview.com. As the title suggests, we're going to go over what the best violin strings are. The short and immediate answer is the best string that works for you. There are multiple factors such as your particular instrument as well as the style and setting of music you're playing. I hope to go over some of these factors and hopefully make it easy to find the string that works for you. When I started playing, I remember people telling me that to find the best string, you must experiment and test them out yourself. Although this is probably the best way, it's quite expensive and a daunting task. That is one of the reasons I created the site ViolinStringReview.com. It was my way of organizing the 100 plus string sets available and giving back to the community in hopes that it will help others who are looking for a new set of strings. Up until now, I've stayed silent behind the camera on my thoughts about strings. I have left videos to being just audio samples of strings, as you can see in the mega string comparison where I play 17 different string sets back to back on the same violin, and left my personal thoughts to the Spotlight review page of the website. Even then, I avoid writing a 1 through 5 rating on my overall thoughts on the string, since it can vary widely depending on the instrument and style. There's also a grid where I have organized a majority of the strings based on tone and complexity. The placement is based on reviews submitted to the site as well as my own impression. So for those of you looking for the best string set, I cannot give you that answer. Even those considered to be modern virtuosos have different sets and combinations on their personal instrument. If you are still lost after looking through the information on the site, let's go over some options. Let's say you are completely new to the violin and have a student violin with some basic strings. Most likely those strings will have a metal core. Strings with a metal core will often be brighter and more responsive. I often recommend students experiment with a synthetic chord string. Synthetic core strings are made with nylon, perlon, or any other material that is not metal or natural gut. I would only recommend a gut string to a professional who are searching for a very rich sound. The synthetic string will give a large contrast to the often high-tension metal string found on most student instruments. You may find that you like the metal string better, or even notice that you do not hear much of a difference at all. For students, price is often a factor in string selection. Strings can range from around $10 to over $100. Besides quality of material, prices can vary depending on company and their location. Here in the States, companies like Diodario and Supersensitive are much cheaper since they are made here. There are companies like Varkol who have a trial program where you can get sets for about half the price directly on their site. For those who've been playing for some time, there's an almost endless amount of options, from sets of strings to mixing and matching different sets together. For that, I often recommend trying a varying neutral string first. If you check out the grid that I mentioned earlier, you can find the link in the description. I would go with something that is around the center and branch out from there. I put dominant strings in the center, not because they are perfectly neutral, but I feel set the standard for a very well-rounded set. You will most likely see Itzhak Perlman using this set, as well as many other professionals. The shop I recently purchased my newest violin from puts them on all of their instruments. On that same note though, I had a student recently put a set of dominants on her violin, and she found them a bit too low tension and muddy, and wished for something a bit different. There are many companies out there, from Diodario to Larson to Parastro to Tomastic Infeld to Varkol, just to name a few. Some people stick to one company, whether it's because where they are produced or the quality they find throughout the string sets. If you still do not know where to start, see if there's a local shop you can go to. The people behind the counter are often well educated in strings and can help you out. You can also leave a comment or question in the comment section below. I do not know everything about every set, but I can always answer your questions to the best of my ability. As far as what I like, I will not say. Of all of the sets I've tested through the Spotlight reviews, I do have one that I felt fit my playing style and instrument best. Unfortunately, because there are always more string sets to test, I am unable to keep those strings on. They work for me, but may not be best for you. I hope this answered some questions and hopefully didn't make things more complicated. Please check out some of the reviews and guides on ViolinStringReview.com, and if you have any thoughts or questions, please leave them down in the comment section below. I will have links in the description to many of the things I talked about in this video. Thank you for watching.